Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. Today we have a very special video. I'm going to be showing you how to boss with Bishop as well. We have our tier 3 member, Fire X as well. I'm going to be carrying him to do the bosses and maybe he will learn some mechanics as well. So really nice because with an additional party member, I can show you exactly what you need to do. Usually I have my settings set really low for my graphics, but in this case, because it's a demonstration, I want to show you guys the skill effects, what it looks like and what skill relates to what line item. Like if I'm seeing Triumphant Feather, I want to show you what it looks like. So that's why I'm going to make it slightly more visible, but usually I won't do it at all. So let's go ahead and go in the first boss, which is Zakum. So we'll go easily from left to right, and I will show you how to exactly do it. So for those of you who don't know, you can enter this boss menu by pressing F4 and then you can go into the boss. Press F4. So if you accidentally change your keys, it's actually under this boss party thing, and then we can come into here. So Zakum, for those of you who are struggling with the normal, this is actually quite easy. All you just need to do is make sure that you are moving away from these arms that slap down, because once you hit chaos, it becomes a one-shot. You have a few skills that actually can protect. For example, Holy Magic Shell. If you have Holy Magic Shell, you can actually block the instance. So if I go to a party member and I Holy Magic Shell, they will be able to withstand the impact of this. So it blocks off the instance of damage. As well as your Heaven's Door gives you an additional life, so you can do multiple times on the Zakum in case you're dying. So over here, just try a DPS. There's not much to about this boss other than that, because the mechanics for the normal is quite simple. So we're going to just go and do the daily bosses, and next one here we're going to go let's do NMAC later. NMAC gives me PTSD. So we'll do N-Healer first. So for N-Healer, some things that you need to know, and generally in bossing that you need to remember, is you have two modes based on Righteously Indignant. Think of it as like a light and dark mode. So if I use Righteously Indignant, I turn into a light mode over here. My Dispel, it has changed. At the same time, my totem becomes Holy Fountain, which helps heal. This is very important in bossing. If you're a bishop, you are usually very, very busy. You have a lot of things to consider. Now let's just clear these mobs. Okay, so for on end healer, I usually just like to put on a shield. What I usually do when I go bossing is I will enter. Since we have this thing here, you have to stand in this pyramid when they say take cover in order to prevent damage. But you can use your Holy Magic Shield also to block the instance of one death. So Holy Magic Shield is really, really amazing, as well as Heaven's Door. It basically gives your team extra survivability. That's why a lot of people look for bishops in their party, because you basically give them an extra life. Importantly, when you are in your dark mode for bishop, you have this skill called Angelic Wrath. This reduces enemy defenses, and you want to use it as far as possible. Here, when you get dragged to the tower, just shoot the tower. So if I hit, you can see I'm doing 2.1 million. But if I use the Righteously Indignant and then I slam it down with the defense reduction skill, after this reflect magic attack reflect damage goes away. You see this purple one, it can one shot you, so you have to be careful with that. So once it's over, we were doing like 2.1, 2.2. So you can see my damage increases by like 10%. So it does make it a lot faster. So other than that, mechanics for normal is just a DPS. She doesn't like steal your life or anything, so it's totally fine. Next up we have, we're gonna skip this. We can go to CRA. So for CRA at normal, it's not too difficult. I think the easiest out of them is actually Queen. I'll show you some of the mechanics as well. And if you guys are like interested to do these boss parties, you can just like the link in the pinned comment. You can join us in one of these bossing carry parties where I just carry your mule or something, so you don't even have to use your main. So for the Queen here, you just have to. She has a few modes, but in normal, it's just really bunga. The mechanics aren't too crazy. Only once you hit like higher difficulties, that's really tough. So again, I'm using a combination of dark mode. I'm just using Angelic Wrath, and I'm using my Angel Ray to do my DPS, most of my DPS. Important thing to note, if I off my Righteously Indignant and I switch over to Dispel, I can dispel this darkness, this BS darkness, and I also can use Divine Protection to protect myself out of status effects. So this darkness can also be cleansed for your teammates. So if, for example, your teammates have some sort of debuff on them, you can cleanse them with it. Even like all those like walk the opposite direction and whatever not. For this map, I usually like to come to the corner. In my light mode, I put a healing fountain so that your teammates can press up here to heal in case they have on potion cooldown. So those are like some tips that I have for Queen. Bishop is very, very busy. You have a lot of things to do because you have a lot of skills to put down. But that pretty much like gets rid of most of the things. The trick is to actually know when to use which skill. For normal Clown here, it's quite straightforward as well if it's not a Chaos one. He doesn't split. So first you have to avoid these dropping hats that come down. And for Bishop's job, basically it's just DPS. There's not too much like cleansing, dispelling here. But one important thing is if your head is the same color like this. Wait, I'm a green head. I saw the blue icon on top. If your head is the opposite color, you do double damage. If your head is the same color as the clown, you do exactly the same damage. Or you heal him rather. Same color heal, opposite color double damage. My brain's not working at like freaking 8 in the morning. But yeah, that is the clown is not too difficult for normal. Just avoid the falling hats. Make sure you take note of the colored hats. That's pretty much it. And same thing if you are against harder opponents, Holy Magic Shell will help protect your teammates. So make sure to cast it whenever you can. So now we go in. This one here for normal, he doesn't one shot, but I'll show you some stuff to avoid. So he basically has this bullet that he slams, that he shoots out. Let me just show you. When he shoots it, freaking dead. Okay, so when he shoots this bullet, you can bend down and you will avoid it. If not, you will take damage. There is another way to avoid it, which I'll show you in a bit. So he has this like slam. Once he reaches like 70% life, and Holy Magic Shell just like block every of his BS. So, okay, shoot. Come on, chicken, shoot. Okay, you can duck down or jump up to dodge. And this slam, when he jumps up and slams, you want to jump up. If not, you will get damage. And the clock runs down unless you bring him to this dark clock over here. As you can see, if you notice like under the time lapse, suddenly the time is like moving really, really quickly. It's because you have to get him into the dark circles in order to extend or prevent a reduction in your time. You can see, so there's this thing over here. Now it increases the duration of your boss fight. So now it goes to like 725, 730, and 737. So it extends if you are in this dark clock. If you are in the light clock, it doesn't work. So that is something really important to know. And then from there on, you can just like pretty much like burst him down. Normal is still quite straightforward, but those are some simple mechanics that's important to take note, especially when you go up higher and higher. So next up, we have Vellum. Vellum is quite easy out of all of them. He doesn't really have too many mechanics, just that he likes to stay underground for a really long time at normal mode. So here I always just like to Holy Shell when it's up. So I'll follow my teammate usually I'll put a Holy Shell. So after we Holy Shell, I haven't on my burst yet because I'm saving the burst for the harder bosses, like Heart Magnus and stuff. So here, just avoid the falling rocks. You can see from the ground markers. My recommendation, if you can't see anything, is to off your icons, your skill images. For example, you come into here, you go into options, graphics, lower everything to like semi-transparent, so you can see all the BS that is going around on screen. So yeah, for Vellum, nothing too much. We can go to Volon. Okay, so Volon is going to be a bit harder, and great time to explain more mechanics here as well. So you can see I casted my Holy Magic Shell, but the Magic Shell didn't appear. It's because there's a cooldown. Sometimes when your Holy Magic Shell is done, doesn't mean the cooldown ends. So you have to be careful on that, which is one of the mistakes that I made. So this is a full boss rotation. I'll show you what it looks like, my actual fighting. You want to use your Infinity and your Dark Mode as much as you can if you're doing DPS. Especially for Volon, nothing much to cleanse. Only care about the Holy Magic Shell and Door. In this case, there's nothing to cleanse, so I'll be mostly in Dark Mode most of the time. I put down the totem for some extra damage. So this laser beam from his eyes is a one-shot. You have to get away from that. Once that's over, you can come back in. Because we don't have our Holy Magic Shell, we can't be more aggressive. So I'll just use Door to give my teammate extra life, since we don't have a Holy Magic Shell up. Okay, now he has damage reflect. When he turns purple, you have to watch at his top of his head whether he has damage reflect or not. So that is quite important. At the same time, these minions, some of them might heal him. So you have to try like kill off the minions one by one. So I'll put a shield on now. And now you can tank. So this one shot no longer kills you. That's why bishops are like so good. So your damage spike basically is when you have Infinity on. So you want to clear all the rubbish. Because he heals from the minions, so you want to clear the rubbish. No luck this time. But yeah, that's basically Volon's mechanics. Sometimes he teleports you to another place. You just have to break the boxes with your normal attacks. Then you will be able to get the key and come out. We didn't get a chance to see that here. Next up we have Hauntale. Again, if you guys want to like participate in these boss carries, it actually is like monetarily profitable for you to join me on one of these because you'll probably make more money in the long run. Profits, Chaos Tail. You can just the link in the pinned comment below will help you. Otherwise, hope you guys are finding this helpful so far. Then I go into the Chaos Hauntale one. So Chaos Hauntale depends on how invested you are. If you are not very invested, you will mostly be focused on cleansing and buffing your team, protecting your team. First phase, there's like nothing much here. Just some DPS. Let me just use Infinity to speed it up. Magic Reflect. So I mean, this is just an annoying DPS check for the first part of Chaos Hauntale, where sometimes he does this stupid magic block or physical block. Okay, once you break that crystal, then it starts. There is honestly nothing much. You put your totems down, one heal totem, one damage totem, so you can deal a bit of damage. Summon your dragon, triumphant feather, and then you just basically big bang as much as you can. The problem is like sometimes there's a lot of debuffs, so you can choose if you want to cleanse. But more importantly, I just look when I have my holy magic shield cooldown done, so you can like save a teammate here and there. Like for example, you can see this anti-heal that I have over my head. I can cleanse it off with Dispel. That's why Bishop is a great boss to do these boss carries, because I can give my teammates extra life while I buy myself time to like down the boss. So I'm just like holding my holy magic shell in case that he revives. So you can just like AFK with the holy magic shell. It will block a couple of instances of damage. Yeah, and other than that, other than like dispelling, killing the monsters, the rest of Chaos Tail is just a damage check. Quite simple. No luck. But alright. So that is for Chaos Hauntale. Pretty much the mechanics, how you protect your team and stuff. Dispelling and whatever. It's a easy boss. It just has a little bit more HP than usual. So next one, which one is on the... Next on the list we have... Arcarion. Oh, this Arcarion gives me PTSD as well. So Arcarion is a bit of a headache, but Bishop deals with him the best. And Ice and Lightning and Paladin also, because of the bind. He has a full full map attack that basically like one-shots your team, which can be blocked with Holy Magic Shell. So importantly, just need to know light dark mode. You will be toggling between these two modes a lot, especially at higher bosses. So you have to get familiar with moving between both of these modes. Your righteously indignant over here. In your light mode, when you are in your light mode, you heal. In your dark mode, you remove enemy defense. So just need to remember that. It's quite takes a while to get used to. Don't worry about holy water first, because it only starts ramping up once you have a lot more intelligence. For this kind of early videos, it's not really too difficult. Or not really too useful, because you have too little intelligence anyway. So for this boss, what I always like to do is I'll put a totem down, a damage totem over here. And you can put a heal totem if you want, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'll on my dragon, my triumphant feather, and then we can do a full burst. Don't use your shell early on. You want to use the shell later on. here's when you use the shell. So you want to try to go with your teammates to use the shell, so you can protect for one instance of death. That's why you see like I had the shell so I didn't die. But because my teammate was a bit too far, so my teammate got killed. He also has like this 1 damage BS. So once your magic shield is on cooldown, you pretty much will dive to that one shot. There's a damage reflect. I gotta burst the boss because my guy is running out of lives. So don't worry if you're like dying too much. As long as you can hit the damage, and like if I see like I have 4 lives left, I will just like sacrifice myself, die to his full magic attack, and then just go in. Especially since I know like Holy Magic Shield is coming up in 10 seconds. It's just that if he wastes all these BS time with all these stuff, sometimes it's a bit of an RNG thing. That's why it does give me a bit of PTSD every now and then. So I'll just like stay near my teammate here, because if he does a full magic attack, at least I can block it. Where did my teammate go? Did he exit the map by accident? Seems like he was ported into the room. Oh, this bullshit. PTSD. Yeah, so that's pretty much how you get cancer with Arcarion. You just have to use your Holy Magic Shell, protect your teammates, and just try to clear some of the monsters that he summons. It's basically an RNG on your amount of life. So that's why Bishop is really good there, because it extends the amount of options that you have. So okay, next up we have Bean. Which boss am I left with today? I have... Okay, we done all this, we done these. I haven't done the Papillattus quest yet. So we are up until... I'm not going to do the hard bosses for this video. So we done Volon, we done Arcarion. We're left with Bean and Mac. Yeah, I believe we're left with Bean and Mac. Can't do Bean yet. Okay, if he can't do Bean, then I will do the video after, the recording after he's done. Meanwhile, let's do Mac first. Which this is my most hated boss. See whether he wants to go for Easy Magnus. If not, I'll just clear the Easy Magnus and I'll clear the Pink Bean. Okay, looks like he doesn't want it. So, okay, we will go then. So for normal Mac, Normal mech is really difficult. He has a lot of debuffs, a lot of stuff falling from the sky, and importantly, you need to know that you have to be in this blue zone to deal damage to him. So I hate this boss the most. Especially without a bind, he does get quite irritating. So he has this animation, the sword one, which slams down. You have to cleanse yourself, if not you can't heal. So for a bishop, you are quite busy in this fight as well. So it's not one of those like easier fights that you can just like AFK Unga Bunga. So you see this thing, if I use a potion now, I will just get damage. So I have to cleanse it off. If you have additional brain bandwidth, you can heal your teammates as well. Very important to get these mechanics down because hard mech is very, very hard. Like probably one of the most irritating bosses. Even for people who can like one bang him, they will try to avoid all of his mechanics and just one bang him. Because it's very difficult. So at this point, you can also use your Holy Magic Shell to protect yourself from some instances of death. All this stuff falling from the sky, just make sure you dodge them. You can switch to your light mode to heal. I try to get him to like stand around the center because at least there's left and right to walk. If you are stuck in a corner, you can only go one direction, so not really good. So this one, you need a heal, but if you are the only healer, then it doesn't really matter. So that's why some of your teams will cry for a heal. So you need to dispel them before you heal them. If you see the icon or like this above the head, if you have no damage, just focus on the icon and like supporting your team, especially your main DPS, whoever is dealing the damage. So I use the shell to block some. He slammed down. So again, I got stuck by some nonsense. And then you got one-shotted by him. Freaking Magnus. Okay. So I think he's going to be down. I just need my infinity back and then he's probably down already. If you stand outside of the blue circle, you will do less damage. For here, I just like to like use all my 10 lives. Cause this boss really gives me PTSD. Cleanse. Heal. So you can save yourself quite a bit as a bishop in a lot of boss fights. Since I'm left with like pink bean, I'll just go like infinity burst this guy. Don't want to waste my infinity time. Just for the burst. I have life, so I'm going to use it. Alright. Hopefully that 400k stays. So that is Magnus. You have a lot of things to do as a bishop here in Magnus, which is why I hate it the most. Any class that I play, I just hate this. And last one is Pink Bean for today. So today's video, we will end with Pink Bean. And if you guys are finding this video helpful so far, do like, comment, and subscribe. I'll do more videos as well for Chaos and stuff. And this one was because it was requested by you guys. So I thought it was nice to just like show you guys how it works. Let me know if you guys have any other requests as well, and we'll try to do it. For this one, Pink Bean is actually Bishop's one of his worst matchups. Because for some reason, you hit the bird before you hit this statue. Based on like how the arrow mechanic works. So if you see I'm hitting the second bird rather than the first one. If I were you, I would get a lot of all kill portions. Because this spell has a cooldown. And there's a lot of debuffs here. You can, if you don't know where to get the potions, you can just like watch our video. I should tell you where you can get the free potions and stuff, which is beyond the point of this video. But you will notice that you keep getting like debuff, miss, whatever not. So you want to use a lot of all kill potions just to make your life easier. You can dispel every now and then by shifting to light mode and like dispelling. But dispel also goes on a cooldown. So if you want to clear it fast, you don't want all these things to add up. So all kill potion, just keep hitting. You just get debuff a ton. So after you clear the 2 statues from the side, you can go to the center. I still see like 40 seconds on my infinity cooldown. So I have time. So just I'm spamming a lot of all cure potions. And you just need to take note when they have like the 1 damage magic or they have the damage reflect. Those are things that you need to take note of. Other than that, this boss is quite simple for normal mode. So Pink Bean does the same things as the other monsters, but cleansing helps a lot. So depends on how hard you are the carry. If you are like a massive carry on the team, then you are doing most of the damage. You just need all kill potions. But if you are like a support, you can hit this damage reflect. So I just avoid that. If you are a support, you want to focus on like dispelling, healing, whatever not if you can. So okay, Infinity is done. I show you a bit of his mechanics and some damage reflect here and there. That's the only thing you consider, the damage reflect. Other than that, you can just like bang him. So he summons some monsters. Alright. So, okay, what loot did we get? We got 19,000 here. I'm still early in the day, so we don't exactly know what we're guaranteed. This time we got like 400k if we get it. We filled most things. We got Pierre, some gold here. Yeah, so it's not too bad. If we actually end up getting this, we get like 500, 600,000, 700,000. It pretty much pays for the support that you have helped EOD and you get the rest of the month free. So if you guys don't mind spending like it's like 30,000 mesos a day, do consider joining as a member. If you want to join this boss carries and also get account reviews, we have a higher tier as well, especially for that. My voice is going hoarse. It's 30 minutes of non-stop talking. But thank you guys again so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.